author and nutritionist Robert Ferguson. Please welcome Robert Ferguson.
All right, y'all, let's hear it for America's Fat Loss Coach, Robert Ferguson!
Hey, this is Roberto Lorenzo Ferguson. Hey, I'm happy to be here, and I want to say thank you for chiming in. If you're catching it live or you're catching a replay, I want to say thank you. My goal today is to share with you information that I believe can help you today. Not something that you got to wait 30 minutes, you got to wait an hour, you got to wait a week, you got to wait, 6 months from now to find out if what I'm recommending is actually going to work. But I'm going to touch on some things that are going to be a little touchy in this session here. And it's going to be touchy because we're going to talk about who to believe. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to losing weight, when it comes to improving your health, sometimes you get one shot. You know what I mean? Like the Eminem song. And what if that shot is the wrong way? Meaning it puts you in a position where you're worse off. You know what I mean? It's a really sad thing, but then I believe that I can share with you inside of 30 minutes exactly what you would want to be aware of so that when you decide to eat a certain way, or you decide to take a certain medication, or you decide to, do whatever it is that you believe is going to help you out as far as your health and your ability to lose weight and keep it off, I believe I'm going to give you some real good insight on that. Now, there's a lot of people who will lose weight. Okay, hear me on this. And they will believe at that very moment of time that they did it the right way. And unfortunately, even if it's the wrong way, they won't step up and tell you the truth. They'll just live with the lie because it's easier for them to do that. My goal is to bring clarity to what I'm saying because there's a lot of people lying out there. Like there's a program called Optavia, and I think it's one of the worst programs ever created and made available to the public. And there are people who sell this program. They encourage people to do it. They make money from it. And I can prove to you inside of 5 minutes how it's horrible. But those same people that will encourage this program will keep continuing to recommend it because they're compromised. They're vested. And I'm just using Optavia as one example because you see this in a lot of areas. Now, I can also say up front with me that what I do recommend, I don't own strawberries. I don't own chicken breasts and wild salmon. I'm not compromised because I'm giving you education. I'm providing you with tools and putting you in a position with education to be able to go out there and do what is necessary to eat and enjoy your foods, but yet improve your health. And if the goal is to lose some weight, do that too. So I'm not saying you got to buy, food from me. I've been offered over the years. I mean, since I've been doing this, I've had companies come to me and they said, hey, we want to work with you. We want you to be the face, be a big part of the brand. We'll make the meals based on what you recommend. And let's push that. And I said, no, the money looked really nice and I could really use that money right now, but I'm not going to compromise the integrity of what's important to me. And that is giving you independence and not making you codependent. So I'm going to share with you information that can help you as far as who to believe when it comes to improving health and losing weight. Now, I want to take a step, and then I'm going to share with you a study that just came out on ultra processed foods and these things called obesogens. I've talked about them, but I'm going to bring additional clarity to them. And then we're going to look at this doctor named Dr. Fatima Cody Stanford. She's an obesity doctor at Massachusetts General Hospital. And she's an associate professor at Harvard Medical School. Sounds great. And she categorizes obesity and the challenges that we're having with weight gain as being a brain disease. And I'm going to say bullshit. And I would love, see, I mean, when I say love, let me finish my thought. To have a debate or a conversation with her and a whole bunch of other people. Let's just all get on the stage. And then I'm gonna share with you what to look for, and I'm gonna bring clarity to why I'm so confident with what we do. And for those of you who are doing Diet Free Life and you're working with me or with one of our coaches, then I want to say, hey, congratulations, because I know you're on the right path. And all of our coaches are well trained and they are teaching something that's been verified, is validated, and our outcomes, the results that you get, are reproducible. Now, everything that I'm going to share with you today is brought to you by our Detox Drop. Again, some people are on the fence. Learn about the Detox Drop. It's a great way to get started, and it's also a great and easy way to learn about the Diet Free Life methodology. So you can kind of get the ball rolling. And then if you decide you want to work with a coach or like vest into our program, then we can help you out. But it's a great way to kind of get the ball started. So what I'm going to do now is I want you to watch this video. We don't got to watch the whole thing, but I'm setting up. I want to make a point here. Okay. Now, this is Jennifer Aniston, an actress who I actually like. I've never met Jennifer. I think that she's gorgeous. She seems like she would be a really nice person. I have no idea, but she's one of many people of influence that was promoting getting vaccinated. And then I'm gonna connect the dots. Okay, I'm only gonna play a little bit of this. Okay, so let's watch it.
Is not playing around when it comes to being vaccinated. In a new interview for InStyle's September cover story, the actress said she's ended a few relationships in the past year over anti-vaccine stances and opinions. Aniston noted that they were among that, quote, large group of people who are anti-vaxxers or just don't listen to the facts. And while Aniston says people are entitled to their own opinion, the actress noted she feels there should be a moral and professional obligation attached. It's a real shame. I've just lost a few people in my weekly routine who have refused or did not disclose whether or not they had been vaccinated, and it was unfortunate. She added, I feel it's your moral and professional obligation to inform, since we're not all potted up and being tested every single day.
Okay, I'm going to stop there. Okay, the reason why I'm sharing this is because at one point, if you were not vaccinated, okay, and I'm telling you my own personal experience, I never got vaccinated. And I believe people who know me or follow me, they could feel it. I never just came out. I'm not anti-vax. My kids were vaccinated. I was in the U.S. Marine Corps. You had to be vaccinated. I grew up, we just got vaccinated. I mean, so I'm not against it, but I'm also a critical thinker. I'm a clinician, and I look at it and I can see it for the way I need to see it. Now, a lot of my friends and colleagues that I know they're the same as me, and some of them have way more education. Many of them are physicians, went to Harvard, Yale, Stanford, all of that, and they got vaccinated, but I chose not to. And I would have many conversations, and like what Jennifer Aniston is mentioning, I had a few people, basically they unfriended me on Facebook. They were not my friend anymore there. Then that means they weren't my friend anymore. Some conversations got heated, and I just shared my opinion. Now, fast forward, Jennifer Aniston was wrong. All of my friends were wrong. The truth has finally come out. And many people got hoodwinked, and I think that's really sad. And in this situation, which I could have been wrong, I just happened to be right. It was a wise decision for me. And I did have inside scoop. I was around some physicians who were thinking the way I was, and one in particular who was very knowledgeable, was doing a lot of work with gut health. And I was like right there seeing it all unfold. So I was privy to information. And when I did try to share that information with people like through social media, at the time it got suppressed. There was a movement or the government, whatever, they just suppressed a lot of information, and there could be only one narrative. And unfortunately, a lot of people made decisions based on what they thought was the right thing. And they trusted the government, and they trusted those who encouraged them, and they trusted these celebrities, and they trusted, our president. But now the truth has come out. Okay, so if you notice, I titled this, as we're talking about improving health and losing weight, I titled it, Who to Believe? Because at that moment, many people just believe what was put in front of them. I would use that experience, since it's very close to most of us, as an experience where you can say, you know what? I'm not going to let that happen again. I am going to utilize my critical thinking and make the best decisions that I can make. Even if my doctor says go left, I'm like, okay, tell me why I need to go left. Can you please bring clarity to that? I just want to hear other voices. And I want to see some evidence. If there's some evidence, please share that with me. Okay? So now that's Jennifer Aniston. And I think we can all relate to what took place with that. And when it comes to losing weight, you have these weight loss drugs that are out there in a big way. A lot of people are jumping on it. There's a big demand. This morning, as I was doing some work, I watched this conference by a gentleman named Roland Martin. And I want to like Roland. But when it comes to health and my space, he gets it all wrong. And Roland, if someone shares this with you, don't take it personal. You and I have a lot of common friends. I've been around you. We've never talked. But this is my space, and I know it extremely well. The way you know what you know, I know what I know. And I've helped a lot of people, and I'm evidence-based, and I'm clinically proven. So everything that I state and talk about, I can back it up. Okay? So it's important that you understand that. Matter of fact, as we move forward, let me bring up something here. Okay, we're going to do that study, but take a look at this, you guys. Okay, so this is 400 of the clients I work with in 2022. Many of you, you're probably hearing this live or you're catching the replay. But of the clients that I coach, right, and some of you people who are catching this, maybe you're a type 2 diabetic. Maybe you have high blood pressure. Maybe you're on metformin. I mean, I know there's some doctors out there that put people on metformin, which is sickening. So if you know of a doctor or any doctor who hears me, then do a debate with me. Let's do a live. There's no screaming and yelling. You state why you would encourage someone to go on metformin, and then I'll state why I totally want to get people off of metformin. And there's one physician, and she catches a lot of my stuff, Harvard grad, very intelligent, and she prescribes metformin. Now, I'm not going to throw her under the bus and mention her name because I like her. I like her as a human being and as a person. But I am 100% against the fact that she encourages people to get on metformin because women want weight loss. And women who are uninformed, they go to her facility, they just jump on it because she recommended it. And she's Harvard trained and she's a medical doctor and she can talk louder and faster and has way more knowledge. But put her and I in a conversation, I'm telling you 100%, I will put everything on it. I am going to win. I am going to win because it's not something that's helpful to anybody. And this is my space. She does other things. I help people lose weight and improve their overall health with nutrition. Okay, now, if you look at the 400 that we work with, 37 of the people that I worked with last year were type 2 diabetic. We had a hemoglobin A1C as high as 16.3, I believe, and as low as like 7.4. 92% of those people are no longer type 2 diabetic. Actually, 85% of them are under 5.6 hemoglobin. And the majority, then a big part of the rest of them are pre-diabetic now. And 3 of them are using insulin or they're full-blown type. Actually, 2 of them are using insulin and 1 of them is no longer using insulin, but is still full-blown type 2 diabetic. 87% of the people taking metformin, we've eliminated that. 80% taking blood pressure medication, we eliminated that. 58% they were on statins. I mean, I've saved lives, you guys. We're proven. And there's other studies. I did another project with Aetna Insurance in 2015, did another clinical study in 2020 with Highmark Insurance in Pennsylvania. We're proven, clinically proven. It's not my word. So when I'm talking about losing weight and I watch these people make these crazy claims, it just blows my mind. So I'm going to show you right now another video, and I'm going to pause it as we go through it. Okay. But let me give a quick hi to Renee. What's up, Renee? Okay. And then someone on Facebook made a comment. I refuse to take drugs. Honestly, would rather be a little heavier than take drugs. I get intrigued by programs I read. about, but only listen to people that know for facts what they're talking about. Well, all right. Remember what you just said. Thank you for sharing that. I'm going to play a video. This is Dr. Fatima Cody, Stanford. Again, she's an obesity doctor at Massachusetts General Hospital. She's an associate professor at Harvard Medical School. So someone just posted that I want to listen to people who know their facts. So this woman's credentials are pretty damn good. Okay, let's take a look.
Brain disease.
It is?
It's a brain disease. And the brain tells us how much to eat and how much to store.
Dr. Fatima Cody Stanford, an obesity doctor at Mass General Hospital, an associate professor at Harvard Medical School, says common beliefs about obesity are all wrong.
It is your turn to get on that scale.
And diet shows, like The Biggest Loser,
You lost 128 pounds.
are snookering people.
If you
Okay, let me stop right there. She makes a strong statement that they're all wrong, which means she's coming in here saying she's right. And I'm saying that I'm right. Right? And I'm not going to say that all people are wrong. There could be some benefit to a whole bunch of things. But they're saying everyone is wrong. She's right. Okay, so let's see what else she has to say.
diet, you lose weight, right?
For many of us, we can go on a diet, something like The Biggest Loser, right? You go and you restrict people, you make them work out for 10 hours a day, and then you feed them 500 calories. For most people, they will acutely lose weight. But 96% of those participants in The Biggest Loser regained their weight because their brain worked well. It was supposed to bring them back to store what they needed or what the brain thinks it needs.
So willpower,
Throw that out the window.
Okay. Let me just quickly say, I agree. I've never believed in willpower. I can show you evidence where 1998, 2001, 2005, I've always said, don't count on willpower. Okay. Now, I'm not agreeing with this lady. I'm telling you, like, I don't know who put her up to this, but it's sad. And it actually kind of bothers me because she's an African-American woman. Not that it shouldn't matter, but to see what her credentials are, you know, and there's not a whole bunch of people that look like me out there at her level. It breaks my heart that she is putting out their wrong information. It's horrible. And 60 Minutes puts her on TV is mind blowing. So the average person who's not informed would see this woman talking and go, it must be right. Okay, I have a brain disease. Give me a break. Okay.
My last patient that I saw today was a young woman who's 39 who struggles with severe obesity. She's been working out 5 to 6 times a week consistently. She's eating very little. Her brain is defending a certain set point.
A set point, says Dr. Stanford, is a range of weight your brain is in charge of maintaining by controlling how much food you eat and how much of it you store.
Okay, I'm going to let this go. I'm going to let it go. We're almost done with it. There is a thing called a set point. And understand that a set point is not science. It's theory. A set point is not science. It's theory. But what she's doing is coming across as though it's science. It is not science. It's theory. And most people in the space of helping people lose weight and improve their health all agree, to include myself, that there is a set point. But it's theory. It is not science. It's not matter of fact. It is not settled. So she's taking a little bit of something that where she would get some agreements with and making it science, and it's not science. Okay. And again, this woman is someone who would be okay for, you know, kids and adults, all ages, taking these weight loss drugs, which we'd have no idea what the long-term impact is going to be. We do know about all of these continuously growing side effects, from losing hair to paralyzing the gut to increasing the risk of thyroid cancer, and the list goes on and on and on. Okay, let's keep it going.
One theory is that it's an evolutionary survival mechanism that helped retain fat during famines.
so we had COVID. lots and lots of people gain weight. Do those people have a new set point that's higher now?
Absolutely. So when you have a chronic stressor and you get to a certain weight and maintain that weight for, let's say, at least 3 to 6 months, then you recalibrate that set point to a different set point.
Oh, God. Okay. Now, the last part that she said, I would say that, yes, I would agree with that. Again, it's not science. It's kind of like if you lose 50 pounds, your body will establish homeostasis around 50 pounds that you lost. Okay. And what I mean by homeostasis is like balance, right? So here's 2 examples of homeostasis. We all have a temperature, and most people believe that a normal temperature, body temperature, is 98.6. And if it goes up high and you have a temperature of 101, 102, 103, you're out of balance. And the body starts to work hard to get it back down to balance, same as if it drops too low. So there's homeostasis that's like balance. That's where it's supposed to be. There's homeostasis when it comes to your fasting glucose. It's somewhere between 60 and 99. That would be considered normal. And what happens is, let's say that you wake up one day and your normal is like 130 as far as fasting glucose. Well, it'll want to stay around 130. So that'll be your new set point or homeostasis for what your body believes is normal. And that's not normal. We want to bring it down. So you have to really work hard to bring it down and to establish a new homeostasis or a new set point. So that part I can kind of get it. You with me? Okay. So let's go back. Let's go back to what I was sharing with you. So I share with you some data. Now I'm going to share with you this study that just came out. Okay. So this study just came out of Boston University School of Medicine. And in this study, they looked at obesity and they said it's associated with the consumption of ultra processed foods. Okay. And also that goes along with thousands of potential environmental toxins. Well, what do we mean by that? Okay. I'm going to keep this really short because it can get really confusing, and I'm going to do something on it a little bit later on another day. But there are certain lotions, oils, perfumes, PVCs, plastics, things in like clothing that we have, or scientists have demonstrated that conclusively, in their opinion, and I read all the papers, they call them either forever chemicals or obesogens. They're like endocrine disruptors. They create disruption in your cells and put you in a position where you're more likely to be inflamed and experience like an insulin resistance as a result of hyperinsulinemia, causing insulin levels to be up, not even based on what you ate, but just based on your environment, things you're breathing in, and things that you eat. So weight gain, or obesity is not just keeping it simple and say, all right, let's just put people on drugs and that it's a brain disease. I mean, come on. There's so much going on, you guys, and the goal is they don't want you to look at the truth. So obesogens, you can go to Google it, you can look up, you'll be like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this. I mean, it's in a lot of things, and more it's in the foods. That's why it's to your benefit to eat as close to nature as possible. Eat as close to nature as possible. And when I say close to nature, like for instance, how many ingredients are in broccoli? Anybody want to take a chance? Okay, somebody go for it. Tell me. How many ingredients is in broccoli? I may give away a book if you know the answer to this. How many ingredients are in broccoli? Come on, talk to me. How many ingredients are in broccoli? Okay, no one's answered. Well, there's one ingredient in broccoli. How many ingredients in chicken breast? There's one ingredient in chicken breast. Now, when you go to Chick-fil-A and you see there's 56 ingredients or over 50 ingredients in a chicken sandwich, well, we know that chicken has one ingredient. So where's the other 50 plus ingredients coming from? Many of those ingredients are man-made, and many of them fall into the category of obesogens. Obesogens, okay? Forever chemicals, meaning there is nothing that you and I can do in our lifetime where that ingredient that we're consuming into our body or it's around the house is ever going to disappear. It's crazy. I mean, for those of you who are Christians or believers, I'm gonna tell you right now, and I know forever and ever, every generation is like, feel that the end is coming. If it ain't coming soon now, or something crazy about to happen, I mean, I don't know when it's ever going to happen, because our food supply has been turned upside down. And one of the reasons, like, why I want to eat the way I eat is because I'm pissed off and don't like how they are manipulating people that are uninformed. I just think it's rude. It's just rude. And it's sad. I feel that people are being bullied. You're being pushed around and you don't even know it. You're being hoodwinked, bamboozled, lied to. Same thing with Jennifer Aniston. She went with what she thought was right. Gave up friendships over it. 2.5 years later, she was wrong. And I wonder if she went back to those people and apologized. Jesus. Anyway, you guys, here's a call to action for this one. We are looking for new coaches, and I need more coaches. So we have a coach certification. You can reach out to my assistant, Lori, find out more about it. We have a discount right now, and you can find out more about that. I would definitely take advantage of it. If you also are looking to be coached, if it's not with me, I have other coaches I can put you in touch with, and I can meet with you, find out if it's a good fit. If I'm not available, it all depends on the program you do with me and who you are, on if I am in a position where I can take you on as a client. But don't put it off. I watch people take our quiz. We have a free online quiz, and they'll take the quiz, and they will take the quiz honestly. And in that quiz, they'll say, man, I have high blood pressure. Man, I have high cholesterol. Man, I have excess body fat around my waist. Man, I have, all these other challenges. And sometimes we're able to give them an opportunity at a discounted program. Sometimes not, but we still will share with them a program, and they do nothing. They do nothing. So, and then I have people like Tammy, one of my new clients. She was headed, and I know, Tammy, you'll catch the replay of this, but man, Tammy was headed in a horrible place. And I'm glad I shared this and I put it out there. She reached out. We got her signed up. I'm her coach. I'm thankful for that. And you're talking like in less than 10 days, we have turned things around dramatically. I'm not going to go into it because I'm going to do an interview with her. I'm going to have her on so you can hear from her. Like, don't take my word, because I mean, I'm just being real. I'm just being real, man. I mean, and that's really what motivates me to continue doing what I'm doing. And I know it helps a lot of our coaches continue doing what they're doing. And some of you guys want part-time jobs, or you want a real job, then you would be coaching people. If you became a coach with us, you would be coaching people on a verified, validated, and reproducible methodology that's proven. I don't know of any other one out there. I mean, as far as I know, there's nothing. I haven't seen anyone out there. That's why we're able to have the conversations that we're having with people. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. I appreciate you guys. I like to share the good news over the diet blues, and I just want to just encourage people to live their best and healthiest life. Really, just do the best you can, whatever that is. Just do the best you can. And if it's just drinking more water, you know what? That is really helpful. If it's making sure that you aren't eating a whole bunch of processed foods, then wow, that's a good thing. Anyway, so my next live that I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about from whence I came, because many people met me in the 90s and early 2000s, and then by infomercial, and my first infomercial product, where I talked about eating every 2 to 3 hours. And if you're hearing this, I need to make it really clear that eating every 2 to 3 hours is not for everybody. It can actually be extremely detrimental to you. And I'm eating crow. I have no problem because I like to learn. That is the biggest shift in the last 15 years for me, is coming to the reality that even though we were on the right path and we helped a lot of people be successful, it's not something that works for everybody. A canned approach does not work for everybody. And that's why I'm so big on coaching, because you want to customize everything for the person. Okay? So anyway, I hope that was helpful. I'm Roberto Lorenzo Ferguson. Renee, I appreciate you. Diane, I appreciate you. Let's keep it moving. Until the next one, peace.